The world. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2026, 12:26 p.m. And this is another vlog, a 10 minutes raw unedited talk about what is top of mind. This is a public journal and a collection of 10 minutes talk about like what's the most interesting thing I did, discovered, learned in the last 24 hours or so. And this is a kind of like, excuse me, time capsule. It's a conversation with my future self. It's a conversation with my past self. And it's a valuable exercise. It's a moment where you're able to be free, have a container, and observe yourself, your thoughts, your thinking, the direction of your thoughts, the focus of your thoughts, the emphasis, this is a practice in self-knowledge, and this is an exercise in self-awareness, and it's an exercise in self-discovery, and it's an exercise in creating yourself and your story, your narrative. It's a work of art. It's beautiful. What excites me about vlogs, or what excites me about this, is freedom. And learning from this, what it uncovers, like, this is a video version of the Artist's Way morning pages, where you write 3 pages every morning, free flow about anything. And I do that a lot. Lately, not so much, but I have many notebooks filled with them. Like this one, this notebook is full. It's kind of, worn and torn, but it's got a style. It's like, here's a May 7th. That's about exactly a month ago. There's about 2 more notebooks in here. There's another one. This one's like half full. This one's half full. And I just had I was writing in it yesterday, and then there's a third one in there that's just waiting to be filled. But that's what I love. I cherish. And like, what is the purpose of these vlogs? Is like that. It's like that's the artistic work that excites me, that motivates me, that is that bliss that I follow, that I search, that I hunt. The bliss of an artist finding a medium, finding a direction, finding a purpose, of feedback loop. These are the positive feedback loops that amplify your creativity. That's the artist's way. That's like positive loops that amplify your creativity. The morning pages, exercises, the artist state, creating. And so it takes a lot of courage to create something, like create an app, create a blog, create a video. The thing is, it's just keep doing it. And The War of Art is an excellent book also on this topic. And But I'm gonna circle back to the topic of these positive loops and agents, and how like agents run in loops, and self-improving companies and augmented world allowing you to create AI art that is self-improving at the level of the procedures, of the skills, and at the level of the content strategy. And it has a goal of increasing followers. Now that's the auto research loop that is the most exciting, beautiful thing that I can think of right now. And what I'm doing right now is like I'm searching for that intersection of what kind of product I can follow, and product market fit. I'm searching for product market fit, and there's so many angles here of data input. One of them is like my own instinct about where I want to be, where I want to focus on, where I want to create. It's about what's going to give you the highest ROI. What is that? The rocket ship. Like Steve Jobs famously talked about what's his name? John Sullivan getting a disease that he thinks it's all about the idea, but it's not the idea, it's the process of creating the damn thing. Is about the process, the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the reps, the getting it up every day, and reaffirming what is the objective, and finding every day the recentering of the focus, and motivating everybody to that same goal. That's how you create something. It's not the idea. It's not just the idea, as John Sullivan said, but it is about the process. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm discovering the process of discovering the product market fit. Discovering that way to how to get to the right place where I'm supposed to be, where I can like create things with technology that have these self-improving, self-propagating loops that allow it to propagate, allow me to continue work on it, that are driving economic value. So that requires you paying attention and tracking, looking at the world, the trends, the social media trends, right? You have to be tracking that. The second thing is you have to be putting things out there through content, and you have to be looking at the feedback, the response, and then you have to iterate. So that's the loop. And for me, I'm talking about that in different levels. Like, there's also another level about my own inner gut, about like, what am I best positioned? What am I uniquely positioned to offer the world? For me, it's about play and creativity, and having that flow state. So 37 years of age, getting to know myself, like, look at yourself in the mirror, know yourself. Conrad Michael Natt, born May 2nd, 1989, like, having that moment where you are like, I know who I am. I look at myself in the mirror and I know who I am, and like, I'm in the center of my being. I look like a Picasso Cubist painting right now. The face. that part, what I just described, is like a core piece of like, are you feeling psychologically, emotionally centered enough to take on a great burden of a rapidly consequential responsibilities and set of events that propagate through time and space and have a large impact on the trajectory of times and space of many other fates and destinies. Like, are you centered enough to bear on your shoulders the responsibility of a life that's honest, like, with yourself? Like, are you honest with yourself? Like, what I'm really getting at is like, to have massive success, you really have to be massively willing to be like fully in it. Like, there's no halfway anything. There's no half anything. You are fully in your being, in your every moment. You know, every action, every thought is going to have massive consequences because you're on a massive timeline. You are on the timeline of shifting trajectory of the future, of the whole web of events. Like Steve Jobs was like, we are aware, we are conscious of the fact that we are at the very beginning of a vector, and you know that when you are at the very beginning, every single action you do has a massive output outcome on the output down the line. And so that's like day zero of Apple Computer. Yo, and like here, vlog395-20260709.mov, self-improving AI content creators that improve their own skills, their own strategy, brand. That's fucking exciting as fuck. It's exciting. I love that because it's like, we love AI art and we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. And now bring it around with agentic AI that's like recursively self-improving, that's primed to grow its followers, grow its income, partnerships, sponsorship, brand deals. Like, that's like AI influencers, content creators. Like, that's on crypto rails, on economy OS virtuals, like vlog395-20260709.mov. Like, if I can like bear that vision and hold it and talk about it and repeat it, like AI crypto startup, 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 AI crypto startup. vlog395-20260709.mov. If I can just like remember that and repeat it and like be like, this is the center of my being, this is what I'm doing right now, and I know it's fucking amazing, and I know how to use technology, I know how to use all these tools, I know how to create at the intersection of art and technology and create something massively useful, beautiful, impactful, using that simple idea of the feedback loop. The feedback loops I talked about earlier, about the journals, the morning pages that allow you to get to know yourself, discover yourself, and create yourself. Self-discovery, self creativity, creating yourself. The wealth here, that's what I love. We are creators, then we're doing well. If we're creators, we're able to make money by our creativity. That's what a beautiful human life is. That's what I value. That's what I love. To be an artist that makes their living through their creativity. And what does creativity mean? You're putting things together and you're putting things out there. You're putting things together and putting things out there. You're taking the information in, you're tracking the world around you, and you make something with your hands, with your words, with your spirit, and you put it out there and you make money by that way. So that's my life purpose in a nutshell, and Augment That World is like creating the positive feedback loops using AI to help people do that on a massive scale. That's my life mission. That's Augment That World. That's what I'm working on. That's what gets me up in the morning. Thank you for watching. This is another vlog. It's already almost 15 minutes. Usually it's 10. I'm feeling like, yeah, like fucking live streaming or just talking. It's just creativity. I'm discovering myself. I'm learning, and I'm discovering and creating myself. So ending it here, as always, thank you for watching and sending you good thoughts, frequencies, and vibrations. May you be free from suffering, because every thought matters. Peace.